place before you took up that step?
A brief journey, sure. Before I took up the Business New Zealand role, I was the CEO of the New Zealand Bankers Association. So dealing with most of New Zealand's largest banks, about 20. And before that, I'd run another industry organisation for the non-bank sector. So I knew the finance sector pretty well. This job came up, and it clearly, as you said at the start, I mean, it's a pretty significant role in terms of what Business New Zealand does in the New Zealand business landscape and the influence that it can have. And so, I'm working with a team of 30 really skilled people around the policy space, covering all sorts of areas like energy and industrial relations, exports, sustainability, and the organisation itself has, in one form or another, been around for 100 years. So it's a significant organisation from that perspective. And so it was a great opportunity to pick up the role, and I was lucky enough to put my hand up and get it. So that's the sort of journey.
Fantastic. And so I guess you, in that role, you probably get one of the best insights across the country in terms of what's going on business-wise, and all the businesses you're engaging with will give you a lot of information that many others wouldn't kind of get the same complete picture.
Yeah, we're connected through a broad range of networks. There's business networks within what we describe as Business New Zealand network. So right throughout the country, organisations like Business South, the Canterbury Employers Chamber of Commerce, and Business Central in the Lower North Island, and the MA in the Upper North Island, as well as brands like Export New Zealand, the Sustainable Business Council, and Buy New Zealand Made. So through that network, and plus we have an affiliated industries group where about 80 industry groups are affiliated to us. So through that network, we get really good intelligence about how business is going. And one of the things that we're able to do is get information to them really rapidly during the course of the pandemic, so that they were able to make better quality business decisions based on things which were happening reasonably quickly and things that we hadn't seen for a long period of time, in some cases, if at all.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we'll no doubt spend a bit of time talking about the pandemic and the importance of a body like yours as we move through the call, but costs are rising massively this year, and inflation's taken hold in many parts of, I guess, the business landscape and inputs to business. And in turn, we've seen an unsurprising fall in consumer confidence. Do you take this to mean a recession's on its way, or what's your perspective on it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really difficult thing to predict in respect of a recession at the moment, and there's a couple of reasons why. Some of the issues that we're seeing are where businesses are putting up closed signs is temporary closure, and that's not for lack of demand, it's actually for lack of supply of workers. So some of the domestic inflationary pressures could be alleviated, potentially by having more people in the country, more people available for work, doing things like changing the self-isolation periods from 7 days to 5 days would have a pretty significant impact, and we've advocated for that previously to no avail. A lot of the stuff that's going on in the inflationary environment and therefore having an impact is pressure from outside New Zealand. And I'll just frame that up because everyone knows about what's going on between Russia and the Ukraine, but you've got some pretty volatile times in big countries like France, a very fractured parliament. Italy, the Prime Minister's just resigned. You've got the Prime Minister resigning in the UK. So a lot of volatility in and around the European region at the moment, and that's something that we haven't seen for a while in this way. And I think that's creating really significant supply chain issues, and will be with us for a while, mainly because things like reduced gas supply are available for Europe for production. So that's going to have a reasonably long-term impact. And if you think about the issue with China, so China's really the only country in the world that retains